This week on our Sojourn, we find some beautiful campsites, see some amazing Canadian wildlife, and meet Santa!
We're hiking and biking and seeing all the sights, and you should join us on our Sojourn. Getting a bit of a late start leaving camp today. I think we slept until about 10 o'clock. Something like that. But part of it is... There's Hannah. Well, part of it is where we're in Canada and where we're headed to in Alaska. It doesn't get dark until about midnight. Sunset isn't until 11:30 or something like that. So it's really weird to mentally process getting to sleep at a normal time, a normal hour. Thankfully, the tent, if you zip up all the windows, it gets pitch black in there, more or less. So that helps. But yeah, a slow morning. Just made some coffee and some beautiful views to enjoy this coffee too.
And all we're doing is driving.
Yeah, and all we're doing today is driving to Tok, Alaska. So we're back into Alaska today. Anything else?
Need my coffee.
Coffee and crawler stat. Just finished up our oatmeal and coffee for breakfast, and we're just doing some dishes. I don't know if we've ever showed this before, but this is how we do our dishes. So this is our pressurized water tank. I think we've showed it off briefly before. Most people think that we use it as a solar shower, but we're gross and we don't shower. No, we just shower at like Planet Fitnesses and whatever we can find. But this is what we use to do our dishes. It's about, I think it's 8 gallons, and it's all pressurized. It's self-pressurizing, so when you fill it up, it pressurizes. So that lasts us probably 5 days with, moderate dish use and stuff like that. So yeah, that's just another insight into our daily life. Oh my god.
It's so pretty. Can you get out of the road, dude? I don't want you to get hit.
Are you kidding me? Well, just saw a wolf on the side of the road as well.
He was just wandering around.
We passed him and we had to do a quick U-turn and drive back up, and I got some good pictures and stuff. So, but just by himself, hanging out on the side of the road. It's gone back into the woods now, but that was a cool experience. Yeah.
He was looking right at us.
He was looking right at us. All right. Thank you, Canada, for all the cool things we've seen.
Don't get too close. It's really good.
This is nuts, man.
Yeah.
A little scary. Glad we're in the car.
Yep. We don't want to stay for too long. Alaska! We're in Alaska! We made it to Alaska, the main part of Alaska.
We're back in America. We just cleared border security, and now we're got another hour 40 minutes until camp. We saw a grizzly bear. Yep. When we were still in Canada, so that was cool. From the car, of course.
Thankfully.
When we were in Canada, we saw a bear, a black bear, we saw a brown bear, and we saw a wolf. And we actually stopped at a visitor center, and I asked if it was common to see wolves in that corridor. And the lady said that the 7 years that she's lived there and done the road, she's never seen one. So we got pretty lucky with seeing that wolf. So off to a great start.
So
Let's
cool.
keep it going. Bye. Hi. We're at camp for the night. And so usually when we are planning out camps where we're not going to be at a paid campsite, we have a few different options just because sometimes they're full, sometimes they're sketchy. But today, the first place that we came to has been incredible. It's called...
The only downside is the name.
yeah. It's the Dead Man National Refuge, Wildlife Refuge. And this is a really cool national wildlife refuge. Most of them are just the land, some hiking trails, maybe a visitor center. This one has miraculously maintained campsites that are completely free, as you can see behind us. It's a very nice campsite.
It has a nice picnic table, a nice fire ring, and like so much room.
It has free firewood. It has pit toilets that are clean. And then the best thing, just a few steps from camp, is Deadman Lake. We might actually stay here an extra day since it's free.
We've been driving a lot for the past couple of days, so I think having a nice rest day on a nice lake for a free campsite will be worth it.
And bees attacking our face. And also we're in a lot of trees, so there's wind cover.
Yeah.
So it's not windy. So
even
it kind of
just
turned
like
out
a few steps away from the lake, it's so much better.
Yeah, so it turned out to be the perfect stop. And it's always a lovely thing when the first one that we plan works out. It's kind of not always the case. We usually have to go to our second or third option. So
it's a good feeling.
Yes, it is.
Alaska!
Food time. Took a little rest. Had a bit of a rain. Thankfully, we didn't get wet. Well, I don't know. Did you get wet?
I got a little wet because when I was reading, the rain kind of fell onto me.
Yeah.
As rain does.
But now we're going to eat some
ramen and tofu.
It's going to be so good. Dinner is served. Thank you for cooking.
Welcome.
A lot of the times on a cold, rainy evening such as this, we'll just eat in the car. It's a lot easier than braving it out in the cold. And then sometimes we'll have a TV show going here on my iPad while we're eating, just to pass the time a little bit.
Cozy. Hello everybody. I am on a walk by myself around the campground. Don't worry, I have my bear spray. But as you can see, Andy and I have been utilizing our head nets for the first time while here, and we didn't get them until coming here, knowing that Alaska was gonna need some bug nets. And turns out it is very accurate. The walk around the campground is short but very sweet, mostly in the woods with these little trees behind me, but Andy and I got a camp spot right next to the water, which is where I'm headed to now. And it's a beautiful day, so we'll be enjoying it by just staying at camp for the day, not doing too much other than relaxing and enjoying the fact that we're in Alaska. And by the way, today is May 27th, almost June, and crazy. We'll be in Alaska for a long while and I'm stoked.
Another nice sunset to end the day. And tomorrow we are off to Fairbanks, first thing in the morning.
Yep.
So, last night here at Deadman Lake. Good morning. It is Wednesday, May 28th. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit sick, unfortunately. I can't catch a break. But we're back on the road.
back on the way to Talk, and then on to Fairbanks. We'll make a quick stop and Talk just to get some supplies and whatnot, probably gas. And then, yeah, so we're back on the Alcan, the Alaskan-Canada Highway, and the rumors live up to the conditions. So about every few hundred feet, there's rutted out areas, there's loose gravel that they're probably repairing. So it's gonna be a slow journey on the Alcan.
Long drive ahead of us.
Long drive ahead of us, yeah, so far. All right, we're at another flagger stop, so we didn't have breakfast yet, so now's the perfect time. So it's gonna be about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna grab some breakfast for us both, and then get on the way. This is what breakfast looks like today. Got some Raisin Bran, got some berry granola. We're still waiting for traffic. We made our stop and Talk, and what was supposed to be like an hour drive, I think ended up being closer to an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes because of all the wait, that's Tom and Jerry Lane, that's cute. Thanks to all of the construction and the road work, but we just stopped at a gas station. One interesting thing is we were going to, planning for Alaska and saying, oh, gas prices are probably going to be a lot higher. Well, last time we filled up in Washington, I think it was about $4.30 a gallon, something like that.
Yeah.
Canada was a little bit more. That was like $4.40, $4.50, but they do it. It was like 161 cents per liter. So that's how they do it. But all the Alaska gas stations that we've filled up at have been like $3.90, $3.80. This one was $3.84. So gas is actually cheaper here in Alaska than it is in Washington. And I think that's a Wienermobile. Something like similar.
It's like a...
Oh, it's Santa's rocket ship!
Whoa!
That was Santa's rocket ship!
We are headed to the North Pole.
What happened to his sleigh?
Maybe he has his own little planet that no one's discovered.
Oh, maybe.
Santa's.
Yeah, maybe that's where he keeps all of his elves.
Yeah.
So, anyways, through Talk, still have 3 hours, 20 minutes left until we are in Fairbanks.
Hello everybody! As you can see, the seat next to me is empty, which is sad. Andy, like we briefly mentioned when we saw you last, was starting to feel under the weather, just a little congested, and now his throat's kind of scratchy and stuff, so he is resting in a hotel room for now. Yesterday we just relaxed and didn't do anything. It was raining all day anyways, and then hailing in the evening, which was a surprise and random. But I am going to go out on my own. I'm going to go into downtown Fairbanks and kind of explore a little bit, and then maybe pop into a coffee shop and sit there and read for a bit. It's a cloudy day, but I just needed to get out and explore. And today is May 30th. Today is May 30th. So we're getting to June time frame. We have a lot of things planned for Denali National Park and stuff like that. So a lot of future things to look forward to here in Alaska. Bumpy start to getting into things, but that's okay. We have so much time here that it doesn't matter. We need to take things slow anyways. Can't burn out like we did a few weeks ago. So yeah, I'll show you a little bit of downtown Fairbanks today.
I'm back. Sick for a couple days. I could barely talk without hucking a lung. And I'm a bit better. I can function. I can talk. And it's Saturday, June 29th, May 31st.
May 31st.
See, I was on the wrong wavelength because I was out a couple days. Just stopping to for some gas, and where are we headed?
A farmer's market.
Yay. Also, the Alaskan gas prices being high, it's still a lie. We're filling it for $3.58, which is one of the cheapest we've seen in quite some time.
Yeah.
Very
I'm sure
exciting.
it will be more expensive maybe in the smaller towns, is what we think.
Like the random,
the
in
random
the middle
little
of nowhere.
towns like Talkeetna. We'll head to after Denali, and I'm sure it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive there, but who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
it won't be.
Yep, so that's the plan today. Go to the farmer's market, get some cute things maybe, we'll see. And then probably some more rest. I've been pretty tired. So I'm almost back to 100% though. We're getting there.
Slowly but surely. Hello everybody. Today is June 1st, and we're kicking off the first month of summer by getting some stuff done. Andy's feeling a little bit better, and it's a beautiful sunshiny day. We're still at a hotel just to make sure that Andy's doing 100% before we head back out camping, so we figured now's the time to get clean. So Andy's up there vacuuming, getting the tent nice and back to 100%, and then we are also at Fairbanks Laundry. So we're getting all of our clothes and our sheets and everything nice and squeaky clean. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing today, and maybe a few other errands, but maybe going to a coffee shop, and that's about it.
Hi. Still cleaning time. Hannah's doing some stuff over here. Not really sure what. But one of the things that we usually do during a cleaning day is just clean out our fridge. Pretty easy task, but it needs to be done. It's been a while since we cleaned the grill. Ugh. Much needed. All the drawers need a bit of cleaning. Just some general grime that's built up over the past few months. Oh yeah. So clean. Up in the tent. So fresh and so clean. Does it feel good?
Nice and fluffy.
Cool.
Time for a little walkie.
Hi. After our cleaning tasks, we got our laundry done, we got some cleaning done, and now we're in kind of the downtown area, the cute little downtown. And little shorty Hannah trying to get on film. And we're just walking around. We're about to go over a footbridge and just kind of enjoy the weather. It's really nice today, so
Yeah.
we lucked out with that.
Yeah, getting some fresh air for this little sickly.
Yeah. And then tomorrow we are headed, going toward, we're not going to be in Denali, but we're headed toward Denali. We have a few different campsite ideas. Not sure which one is going to work out the best. So whichever one works the best depends on how far we get. So
I guess we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe.
see you next week.
Oh yeah, next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hi. Welcome to week 36
Hello.
from Fairbanks, Alaska. It's a beautiful sunny day here. We were thinking about leaving Fairbanks today and heading closer to Denali, not all the way to Denali. But we decided to stick around for one more day for one very important reason.
Santa! I know him.
So we're in North Pole, Alaska at Santa Land. And it's mostly just a shop.
Yeah, it's mostly a shop, which I guess is to
That makes
be
sense.
expected. But it's cute. 'Cause
Christmas is over commercialized.
Yeah, it is. There's
Yep.
Santa, and then there's a pole, and then the house is so cute. So
There's the Christmas tree, a big old Christmas tree, and then there's some fun stuff inside as well.
Yeah, and North Pole was called North Pole, and then a guy was like, why don't we capitalize on it? And they did.
That they did. It's so cute. A lot of the businesses, not even just the Santa house, but a lot of the businesses, like there was a welder that had, it's all decorated for Christmas. Like the sign, the posts are wrapped like candy cane. Same with the McDonald's.
Yeah.
The post is wrapped like a candy cane. So we're gonna head over to the North Pole, the literal
Pole.
The literal pole in North Pole. So, oh my gosh, I think there's reindeer over there. We just walked past the North Pole. There's definitely reindeer.
Mailing out some cards in the North Pole.
Good morning!
Today is June 3rd, and it's our last day in Fairbanks, which is kind of sad.
So sad.
But we are making our way towards Denali today. But before we leave, we are currently at the University of Alaska Fairbanks Museum of the North.
Yeah, it's a free museum on the campus of University of Alaska Fairbanks, and there's a very interesting piece of nomadic history in there that we're going to go check out.
See you in there.
Psych! The exhibit is under construction. The piece of nomadic history is not on display at the current moment. Such a bummer. But we were going to see Hannah's phone take a dive. No. But we were going to see
the bus 142, which is also known as the Into the Wild bus. What was his name?
Christopher McKinless.
He is the guy who the movie and the book is about, obviously, and he passed away in the bus. They're creating, or like doing some conservation work on the bus, so that's why it's not open for us to see, but if we come back maybe, or if you come to Alaska, check it out. Apparently,
if it's ready.
Yeah, apparently the bus that was used in the movie, this is the OG bus, apparently the bus that was used in the movie is in Healy, which we're actually going to pass when we go towards Denali, so we might see that one.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you posted on that.
So we were thinking about, well, this is the camp spot that I found along this riverbed.
Which would be so pretty.
So pretty.
Or it is so pretty.
Super pretty. But I don't know if you can tell, the wind is a whipping. Whipping. So, we're gonna head back. So this place is like just off the highway by about like half a mile through a dirt road. And there were some other pull-offs more in the trees. So I think we're gonna pop over there because the wind gusts are, what did you say?
Like 30 miles per hour right now.
Yeah.
So
And
a bit high.
they're gonna be whipping all throughout the night. So I think we're gonna try to find something else just within this area. If not, backup places are available. So. Hi, we found camp. Like I said, the river was our initial idea, but it was a bit windy, so we decided to basically just move inland a little bit, find some coverage in the trees, so the river is only a little bit that way. So we're at camp for the night, just outside of Anderson, Alaska, on the Talkeetna River, I think it was, and on to Healy tomorrow. We're just gonna hang out tonight and enjoy that midnight sun.
Good evening. You can't tell, but it's like 7:15 in the evening. It's still shining. The sun's still shining like it's 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But that's just Alaska for you in the summer. We just had a yummy dinner, and now we're on a little walkie.
Sunset is at 12:08 tonight.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll definitely be keeping our tent closed
Yeah.
or using our eye masks that we got, because either way we need to get some shut-eye.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the wind is blowing, so we'll see how much shut-eye we actually get. But overall, at camp, hanging out,
Doing great.
played some skip-bo. See you tomorrow.
Morning. It is the. was that you itching? We somehow had some mosquitoes sneak their way into the tent last night, and they had a nice little feast on Hannah's face.
So good.
I haven't felt any yet. But
No,
I probably do somewhere. But it is the morning of Wednesday, June 4th. And we are just we packed up camp. We didn't, for the first time in since November, November, we didn't have to use the diesel heater at night, which was really nice.
That was nice.
It was a little bit cold, but I think it only got down to 46, so we were nice and bundled. So that made packing up a lot easier. It was just a tent, didn't have to deal with the heater at all, which was really nice. So we're about to head back. There's a rest stop about 5 minutes down the road, so we're gonna head there, make some coffee, use the facilities, and then we'll see what we're gonna get into after that.
Yeah, not sure about how the day is gonna go, but I'm excited.
Yeah, we have many opportunities, many things that we could do. Bye.
Gas update, just outside of Healy, it's $3.44. That's the cheapest we've seen. So, all these lies, man. Alaska gas is cheap.
Well, it's later in the day, just had some yummy lunch, and we decided to drive not that far from where we stayed last night to Denali. We were gonna wait a couple more days and just hang out in the Denali borough, which is the nearby towns, but we decided to just full send and come. So we're here.
Yeah.
We'll be here for
a bit better, get the materials we need, and then we'll be in this area for the next week and a half.
Yay!
On our way to see some sled dogs. Hi! We just had fun in Denali National Park. What are some of the things that we saw?
The first thing we did was just stop at the visitor center and go in and watch a couple of the videos that they have. That's one of our favorite things to do when we go to national parks is watch their videos. Usually they're about something specific, or they're just like pretty views showing the park off, and this one had both, so it was kind of nice. And then one of the videos was about the dog sledding that they do here in Denali. It's, what would it be called? It's like, is it dog sledding or?
Yeah, dog sledding.
Okay. And so they have a whole kennel here, specialized with the Alaskan Huskies, and they breed them, or they get them from other breeders that are good, and then they utilize their skill set during the winter, and they mush them. That was the videos, but then we also saw the actual dogs themselves. We went into the kennel, or went to the kennels, and they did a whole
It was
tour.
a ranger-led program.
Yeah, and we got to see the puppies too, because they just had puppies during the summer a few weeks ago. And
Yeah, a month old.
A month old, yeah.
So they just started. They just started opening their eyes and stumbling around.
Yep.
So, and then on the way back, so we had to take a bus to get up there. On the way back, we saw a moose. Very quickly. I think Hannah just saw the moose butt. That's
Yeah,
it.
I just saw the butt.
And then we got in our car and we were driving to camp. And as we were leaving Denali, we saw another moose. We got to see that a little bit more. So we just like drove by it slowly.
Yeah.
And what did we see right next to it?
And it was a moose mama with her little baby. It was so cute.
Yeah, it was a little baby moose.
Yeah.
So we just, as we were driving, we were just leaving a potential camp spot. It looks okay. We do need to get some diesel because I think it's going to be colder tonight. So we're headed back up to Healy. It's not too far. And we're going to just check out a couple spots in Healy just to see if there's anything better up there. But this will be our fallback. It's like 15 minutes from the park. So it's really not that bad. So we'll
Keep you posted.
keep you posted. Found camp. We decided to go somewhere else. That first stop that we mentioned, there wasn't very many flat campsites. So that's always a difficulty. But we found this gravel lot here, just off the highway, about 15 minutes from Denali instead of 10. So we're gonna stay here for the night. And it's a bit out of the wind as well, down in some good shade, or some good tree cover and everything. There's Hannah.
Hello, everybody. Today is June 8th. Last time we saw you is June 4th. We had a couple of days of just literally doing nothing, so that was quite nice. Got to recuperate a little bit. And now we are at the Riley Creek campground in Denali National Park. Today we're going to be taking a transit bus into the park, but only to mile 15. So we'll see what we can see as far as wildlife goes at that point. And then on Tuesday at 5 in the morning, we're gonna do a bus that's narrated, and it takes us much further into the park. So we're excited for that, but the next 2 days will be kind of more close in. So yeah, I'll show you around a little bit. Hopefully the rain stays away. It's been raining all morning, so we'll see.
Just got a picture of the cutest thing in this wilderness.
Oh my god. So we just rode the bus, which is a free courtesy shuttle up to mile 15. We aren't at mile 15, but if we ride it to Savage Creek, then it would be. We're close to it though. We're at the Mountain Vista area, and this is a popular trail called the Mountain Vista Trail. And it's supposed to be a good spot to see the mountain vistas and also potentially a peak of Denali, but it is a very cloudy day.
That's not happening.
And that's 100% not happening. We can see the bottom parts of some mountains, but that's about it. So we'll show you some half mountains. Back in the day, they would let people stay here further into the park along the Mountain Vista Trail in these tent houses. And apparently they were pretty nice for that according to the superintendent. And you could have your own little room, and then they had a dining room and social hall separate. Pretty cool.
And people like to play the banjo and pick blueberries.
Yeah, while they are here. And this spruce tree right here is almost 100 years old.
Well, I'm sure it is 100 years old.
Oh yeah, in that time,
Here, let's just show them.
There's also this picture over here that shows a then and now. So this is like a little ranger talk, and the photo was taken in 1938. And this tree right here is that one.
It's really spruced up a bit.
Classic. Not sure if you'll be able to see it, but it started snowing pretty hard. Not like super hard, but it's like little flakes coming down. And it's June. Snowing in June. What better way of ending a cold day, but with tomato soup and a little piece of toast.
It's cold.
It's quite cold, and it's gonna get more cold. Thankfully, we have our heater, and we'll see you tomorrow.